Let's talk about cancel culture. Hey guys, welcome back to 5nothing100nothing.com. I am Fugget. That stands for the fittest underdog guru using intelligent tactics. Alright guys, I want to talk to you today about cancel culture. You know, when you see the hashtag cancel whatever, right? Recently I've seen Ted Cruz, I've seen Disney. You just wait 5 minutes, there'll be a new one. And I don't know when this picked up steam exactly, but you know, there's a lot of people out there that jump on a bandwagon of canceling somebody out, right? Whether it is because they've said something or there's an action that you don't agree with. Sometimes there's definitely some substance to it, right? There's people make mistakes. We're all human beings. We all make mistakes. Some are bigger, more severe than others, and some are just a matter of a difference of opinion. Some are even done retroactively. So, for instance, if you said something on Twitter 5 years ago that was a little questionable by today's standards of being politically correct, someone's going to find it. If you have any notoriety, especially if you have a lot of followers, you have influence, you have power, there's going to be the opposite side of the argument or of your position that is going to want to see you taken out, okay? And they're going to go looking for stuff. You know, there's a lot of people that they say would be really good leaders, really good politicians, like run for president or governor or whatever, but these people know that their lives are going to be examined under a microscope, and some people don't want to go through that. They want to put their families through that. So it takes an exceptionally strong person who's going to be willing to be scrutinized and have every little piece of rug in their house turned over and examined for dirt. And the thing is, it's very hypocritical because we all have things in our lives, right? We have things that we're proud of. We have things in our past that we're ashamed of, things we learned from, hopefully, right? Or things we're currently doing that we hope don't get exposed. But the thing is that when you jump on the bandwagon of cancel culture, you got to be careful, because the more you feed into it, the more it doesn't leave you feeling good. It doesn't leave you feeling settled. You know, you just want to see everybody, you know, canceled. You want to see everybody's lives ruined, taken out of positions of power. That'll show them, right? I think it was a few years ago when I started to see things, probably National Enquirer, going back to the 70s and 80s, where, you know, we love to get the dirt on people. Love to get the dirt on our favorite celebrities or other celebrities. And I wonder what that fascination is about. You know, we look for the scandal, we look for the polarization. You know, something about somebody that we've built up and put on a mantle, right? We've made them idols. And we love to see our heroes torn down. And then we like to see the redemption story or them built back up. Some people do. Some people just want everybody to be leveled. They don't want anybody achieving anything. They just want to see them all come down. Because the thing is that if you achieve a high level of success, you achieve something good in your life, there's going to be people you'll notice, and sometimes you don't realize this until it actually happens to you, but I saw this in my own life when I went from kind of just being a normal club trainer, and all of a sudden I got some TV exposure. I pushed myself, wrote books, had a website at a time where nobody had a website, really. The web was just starting to explode. And all of a sudden I'm on television, and people started treating me differently. You know, some people, like wanted to align themselves with me, be friends with me. Hey, I know him, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this person wouldn't have said hi to me, 6 months ago. And other people that were my friends were like, oh, you're changing. And if I was changing at all, it was because I was really paranoid because I didn't know who my friends were, who my real friends were, and who was really being nice to me and who was being nice to me because they thought maybe there was an opportunity, that I knew somebody that could help them, or they just wanted to rub elbows with me and say they knew me. It was really strange, but there were people that wanted to see me like go down, crash and burn. And I really think that at the end of the day, one of the reasons, the people that I see that do this are usually the people that don't have a lot going on in their own lives. So it's deflection, and they want to not feel bad about themselves. So if you go down a peg or two, then they say, oh, you're normal just like me, right? They want the bar lowered so that they don't have to work hard, so they don't have to try to achieve something. And it's really unfortunate, but it's also, like I said, dangerous with cancel culture, because I understand some of it, and some of it is justified, because it makes people, double, check themselves and, dot their I's, cross their T's, and be transparent, and hopefully make better decisions. That's not always the case, but hopefully it helps, that fear of being exposed and of outed, maybe keep some people in line. But the problem with it is, when it's taken too far, is that eventually it just becomes like a monster. You keep feeding it. It keeps getting bigger. And before you know it, a hobby of yours, a political position, religious affiliation, friendships, maybe your work, your career of choice, something, whether it's you, whether it's a friend or family member, will get canceled. And you're going to become a victim of that all-consuming monster, that giant ball of resentment that's just coming to destroy. It doesn't build up, it destroys. And that's the danger. That's the danger, is that you got to be careful with it. A little bit, just like everything else, a little bit is good, a lot is not always better. And that's just a general life lesson, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, little work, little play, little rest, and you're going to be okay. You invest some conservative commodities, maybe some high risk, high yield stocks, some bonds, whatever, right? But middle of the road is usually somewhere where you should land. But the thing is that our human nature is usually that of extremes. We got to take it to an extreme before we know where the middle ground is. And maybe that's what's going on with cancel culture right now. But I think, I call myself a hopeless optimist, meaning the glass is always half full. No matter what goes on, I can see a silver lining, and I can see some good coming out of any situation. But maybe that's my long-term view of this. But I think in the short term, whether it's a year, 5 years or so, you're going to see a lot of things canceled, a lot of people begin to rebel against it. We got to come to a place where, we hold ourselves to a high standard. Hold yourself to a high standard, but also have some empathy, have patience, and have some forgiveness in your heart for people. And realize that unless you want to be under that microscope, unless you want to be examined, you should be very careful who you call out, because it's true that what goes around comes around. Like, share, subscribe.